Hey Chris, just taking a look at your action reaction scene. When you turned it in, it looked more like this because it had like a pause to it. Overall, I think it looks pretty cool. So I sort of just framed it with where the... Okay, so you do start animating it from the 0, which is cool. And then you stop it right there, 46. So right off the bat, I think I would think about how this lady's posed. Just thinking through, like, what would I do with this next? So she does kind of look like you have thought through this, like she's kind of some magic power. I think that's Psylocke, so she has like hand blades anyway. I might switch up the hand because the hand looks like it's sort of in the default pose. I wonder if I could get it. I think it needs, like, she needs something, like, come up with like some, like, you know, power hand pose, like she's holding something, or something a bit more interesting just to sell her pose. And then you probably knew this, but she's not moving at all until she goes and reacts to the lady. I think she probably maybe jumps out of the way too early. I think we need to work on the anticipation on here to kind of have it pull out of the sword before the swing. I'm just trying to identify the big stuff that I'd work on next. And then we talked about this in class, but I would make sure you hit a pose real strong. I wonder how far back I can get. Probably not that far. So when she goes, kind of looks like this, yeah. So it goes, you know. So you have her kind of go this and then slow. So just get that, like, wiggle. And when I wiggle, it's like my hips, everything stops at a different point. So I'd work on that. So those are the 3 major things I'd work on next before going too far into, like, polish mode. One sec. Sorry, Sally, I'm doing a video. You gotta wait, okay? Okay, Sally, okay. Sorry. Sally wanted to say hi. And what I mean by anticipation is it's almost like it looks like she's, I don't know if you're either pretending for it to be just kind of sitting on the ground casually, and that's a heavy sword, or it's like in the holster. So we'll take a look at your reference in a sec, depending on what you got. But it looks like it needs to be. So it goes this. Let's see, this way. So she's holding a thing. So she needs to really, like, get the whole body in there. You could try and be subtle about it, but you're still gonna do some twists in here. So it goes, you know. So before the swing, you need to, like, build it with the hips and then slam out of there. You know, kind of one action. Instead of everything kind of just, we're not, like, really anticipating the hips. Everything's kind of moving at the same time. So I think you've got, like, the key poses in there. Now it's just a matter of, like, working out some of those details to have it start to feel more good. And then on this pose, what you could do on Psylocke's pose, you could always just have her, she's like this or something, other way. You could have her like, you need to do one of these with like the wiggle fingers, like she's getting ready, like, you know, like one of the, like, it could be small and subtle, but like little, like, I'm getting ready to do this. That'll really sell that beginning part, and then you've got some time at the end. And then you could slam a cooler pose on this. This is where I would, on the land, I would go like, I would like bring the left hand over, and you could probably do a fist or something, or the reverse of that. Yeah, I probably would do that. Maybe up. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, this is just the flip. I don't know. I would just take a stab at this. If you got time, if you want to, and then we can jump on the phone and go over it and look at your reference in more detail. But that's sort of where I would go. If you're like kind of struggling on where your ideas are coming from, I'd get like super clear reference for this stuff, and then go from there. All right, see you later.